Good afternoon, gang. Good afternoon, good evening, good morning, good night, depending on where you are in the world. Welcome back to this week's Bitcoin update. First and foremost, remember, nothing discussed today is financial advice. It's just for educational purposes only. And now that's out of the way, let's jump into some Bitcoin chatting, shall we? So, following on from last week's video, we were talking about a major key level on the chart, and that was the previous all-time high. So if we zoom out, obviously this is the old 69k all-time high, and we had a couple of scenarios. Okay, one of the scenarios was if we flip this level into support, because this effectively was the only major resistance on the chart while we were down here. We flip this level into support, then we can start talking about potentially heading up to all-time highs again. Okay, there are a couple of levels in between here, but nothing's major within this. So realistically, now we've flipped this support, the next major goal for the bulls will be this. Does it get there? I have no idea if it does. Are the probabilities there? Yeah, they are. Okay, I'm not going to lap. I'm not going to tell you that that's definitely where we're going, because what we could do is we could just turn around and collapse. Okay, so we're just playing probabilities right now. So obviously that's following on from last week. Okay, so before I dive into what I am looking at next, I want to talk through some of the trades that we've had in the group this week for you guys to learn from. But before I get into that, first things first, today's video sponsor is from one of our exchange partners, Prime XBT. If you don't know who they are a crypto platform, but you can not only trade crypto, you can also trade FX, commodities, and stock indices. So if you are a whole of market trader like I am, then this exchange might benefit you. If you do use our link down in the description, you can get up to a $7,000 deposit bonus. And I'm not sure if I've mentioned it, but they are a non-KYC exchange. So if you do live in a place in the world where you struggle to get on exchanges due to KYC, this is an option. So yeah, if you do want to check them out, links down in the description. Right, now moving on. Okay, so first and foremost, I want to talk about overtrading and only trading the best setups. A lot of people really want to be in a position all the time. Okay, every single day they want to be in a position. They want a setup. They want to just randomly jump into a position, and that's not good. That's not the way to trade. Okay, you only want to trade the best setups. So for me this week, I have only traded, I think, 3 trades. One of them I got stopped out at entry, and in fact, no, sorry, 4 trades. One of them I got stopped out at entry. 3 of them ended up winning. Okay, and I'm going to talk about those. So first and foremost, going into yesterday. Yesterday was a great day because we had volatility. Anytime it's a volatile day, it's perfect trading conditions. Okay, so this was following on from yesterday morning's plans. Okay, yesterday morning's plans. We had on the cards what we call the 80-20 setup. Now, personally, I don't trade the 80-20 setup because it's normally quite bullshit, but in the end it played out, and effectively all we had to do was push up and then move to the other side of previous day value. Okay, I'm not going to get into the details of it. As I say, it's a setup that I don't trade, so I just don't think it's worth trading. However, what we did have yesterday up at the highs was poor highs from the day before. So this was from Tuesday. We had poor highs. Now what's poor highs? Just take a quick look on the TPO chart, and effectively you can see here the high of the day and the low of the day. Typically speaking, you want to see these colored boxes. Okay, these are called selling tails at the top, and at the bottom they are called buying tails. Okay, not every single day has them, and the days that don't have them are the days to pay attention to. So on Tuesday we had a poor high because we had no selling tail. So what I was looking for was this 80-20 to play out. As you can see here, this 80-20 to play out, and then I was looking for it, as you can see, oh, can't get that, on the daily plans, to take those highs and clear them up. Okay, clear those up. In the end, what did we do? Quite simply, we came up, took the highs, swing failure pattern, and then we dropped back down. Okay, and then the beauty of this trade setup at the time, and this is something I didn't know in advance, and again, I didn't know this was going to play out. It was just a good probability trade. In the end, the move up here created a double distribution day. Now, once again, that ties into TPO theory. I'm not getting into that now, but obviously if you want to learn about it, then go over to our website because I teach that in detail. It's one of my favorite highest probability setups. And in the end, we got that first and foremost, I was looking to play this back down to daily open. But what we ended up doing is coming straight through daily open, flipping it into resistance, and it just continued down. So it ended up being a really, really good trade. Okay. And in the end, we ended up stopping out at my local range lows. Okay. And this will make sense on the next slide. So in the end, ended up being a very profitable trade. I think I walked away with roughly about 8R, give or take, with fees and partial take profits, because I did have a partial take profit at daily. So on an 8R trade, let's say you risked $1,000, that's $8,000 return. Okay, that's the beauty of only trading the high probability setups. Now, moving into the long, and again, I'm going to keep this as short and sweet as possible because I want to trade this current price action. Moving into this, you can see here, this is the range that we're looking at. If I just remove these single prints here, we've got the range highs and the range lows. And this is how I've drawn the range out for the guys in the group, saying this is the range that I was interested in. Anything in the middle, not really interested in. But the outer bounds of this range, I am very much interested in. Now, once again, the range lows were marked by single prints. Now, if you cast your mind back, we've talked about this before because this has happened many times over the past few months. Okay, so this is what we're looking for. So as we're getting this drop here, I'm updating the guys saying if we get continuation any lower, I'll be looking for the local range lows around the weekly and the single prints. Okay, if that holds, I'll be looking for longs. Well, what did we do? We came straight back into the single prints, got back above, that gave me the long trigger. Price then bounced a decent amount, 1.5%, not huge in the grand scheme of things, but back up to the EQ and the VWAP. So therefore, I'm telling the guys I've taken a take profit one at the VWAP, and then I don't really care what happens next. Okay, I don't really care what happens next. So if it continued to collapse, not a problem. If it continued to go up, great, happy days. In the end, it came back down and it stopped me out. So as again, I'm updating the guys. Not looking that strong now. My initial long was stopped at entry. So after my take profit one, I was stopped out at entry. If we sweep today's lows and get a market structure break, I will get back involved. But if not, I'm sitting back and I'm being patient. Okay. Now, what did we do in the end? Well, if we just remove this and hide this one, let's hide that. So we swept the lows. Okay. We swept the lows. On the back of sweeping those lows. Okay. So we swept those lows. You can see here, we came down, we grabbed the liquidity. So anyone like me that longed that first impulse up got stopped out. Okay. Then from there, we came up, we broke market structure. We came back down. We actually came back down into a golden pocket there. I didn't end up taking this one in the short term. Came back down into the golden pocket, between the golden pocket and the 786, and then we got the bounce up. Okay. So obviously, some of the guys in the group caught this. I didn't take this one in the end because I was away from my desk because that was family time. And to me, that's way more important than trading. But luckily, because I'm old, and this will probably tickle a few of you, but I have to get up in the middle of the night for a pee. So because I have to get up in the middle of the night for a pee, I saw a larger time frame. Again, I'm looking on the 30-minute here, a larger time frame, market structure break. And luckily, this was 2:30 for me in the morning. Came into the golden pocket, which gave me a long trigger. Happy days. That long trigger was also at range lows. After breaking market structure, golden pocket, range lows, top of those single prints again, and then we've now got the move towards range highs. Okay, so therefore there's another 3R there. Happy days. Stops it to entry. If it continues running, great. If it turns around and starts crashing, not a problem. Okay, so this is what I mean. So out of all the trades, oh, and just for clarity as well, I'll talk about the one that I lost. Here we go. This was one that I lost. Coming in here, I was trading this because I was actually talking about this on Tuesday night's live stream. Ended up getting a nice little scalp off the VWAP. I got a bit greedy because I was looking for these lows to get cleared out. Okay, and again, I'm just going to be very honest about this because not a lot of people are. I was looking for these lows to be taken out, and in the end, price just came back up. But by this point, started to see some strength, so therefore I just reduced my risk. Stops to entry, and I got stopped out. Okay, then it got another move down, then it got that impulse up. So there you go, 1 break even and 3 winners. So this is what I mean by only taking the high probability trades. Okay, only high probability trades. You don't have to overtrade, and that's me happy for the week. Okay, I've got a few more setups that I'd like, but they're further away from where we are right now. So therefore, I don't care if I don't get those setups this week. That's not a problem for me. I'm more than happy with only taking a couple of trades a week. So I just want the highest probability trades. And those high probability trades can lose still. I can still walk away with a red week, and that's fine, and that happens. It's trading. Okay? But you just want those high probability trades. You don't want anything in between, nothing messy, nothing in any noisy environment. It doesn't suit your style. Don't take a fucking trade. Okay? Now, let's talk about what can come next. Okay, so we've already talked about that all-time high flip. So as long as we stay above this, and as I said, the chances do increase that we come up to the overall highs. Now, if we do come up to the overall highs, first and foremost, do we take the high as a swing failure pattern and then come back down below it? And therefore, we've got a short trigger? Yes or no? Okay. If no, if it takes the highs, no swing failure pattern here and just continues up, then once again, I will be looking for, I've said this time and time again, this 77k region up here. Okay, it's a bit of a zone up here, but around 77k. That's the next major sticky zone on the charts. Now, if we don't get any reaction around 77k, then we can start going up, and then all the people that really like round numbers can start getting excited, because then you're getting closer to 80k. However, while we're below 77k, I'm still cautious. I'm still cautious. If we start to see some weakness around this level, then I'll look for shorts. Now, what happens if we start rolling over? Well, quite simply, if we start rolling over, the main regions to be aware of, and I'm just going to delete all this stuff, first and foremost would be coming back down to these two sets of lows. Now, first and foremost, this low here is an important low because this is a poor low. Again, refer to TPO, what we discussed at the start of the video. And if that gives no reaction at all, then I'll be looking to at least take out the liquidity from this low. Okay, so this whole zone here is important. Now, if you start losing that zone, then, once again, we've talked about this over the past few weeks, if not months. There we go. I will be looking down towards 51, 52k. And if that doesn't hold, then I'll be looking back down into this zone here, roughly around 43k. Okay, so they're the major levels to be aware of. First and foremost, these two here, major levels. If you start to lose those and it collapses down, then we're looking around that 51, 52k level. If that doesn't show us any strength, then I'm going to be looking back down towards 42, 43k. Okay, so really simple to the upside and really simple to the downside. Don't overcomplicate things. Once again, you're only looking for those high probability setups. Okay, if you do want to learn how to trade like us and understand these setups, and also obviously get access to those daily updates, come over and check out our website. The link's down in the description. Okay, from here, click the join now button, take you onto this page, and you can see here you can get access to all of our educational content, our private Discord, my daily trading plans, which are 5 days a week, plus I give updates on weekends. It'll cost you the grand old price of 79 Great British Pounds or $100. Okay, within that, then that's when you get access to all the educational content and everything else. So obviously, you got your daily trading plans. As this week's, you've got the daily trading plan archive, so you can look back through everything. We've got a high time frame, swing trading ideas, and again, this is Bitcoin, altcoins, stock markets, forex, anything that's got a chart. Okay, I'm not that picky when it comes to trading. I just want good high probability trades. Then you've got all the modules coming down here. Okay, all the modules, and within this, each one has got multiple. As the order flow, as an example, you know, you got your Elliott wave theory, you've got how to actually enter trades, how to manage the trades, how to compound, context, news events, everything that you need to become a profitable trader is in here. Okay, so if you've enjoyed today's content, hit that like button. If you're not subscribed, consider subscribing, and until next time, gang, as you were, bye bye.